Be the person you need right now. I know I've talked about this 1,000 times, but I think it's so important for you to be there in the way that you need someone else to show up for yourself. You might need that extra hug. You might need that extra pep talk. And sometimes you might just need that extra ear to listen to. Be that for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you only have you. You don't have anybody else. And when you realize you can fully and truly rely on yourself to be there for you, to understand you, and to support you, that is when you can do it. That is when you can do the unthinkable because you are there. You understand yourself, you're learning yourself, you're trying to figure out yourself. And when you ask yourself those questions of, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling that? You can better know who you are. Because so often we have these extreme left and right, cold and hot feelings. But those are all kind of stemming from lack of things. Lack of sleep, lack of food, lack of security, lack of safety. And when those things come out, you act differently than you normally would. But when you're there for yourself, when you support yourself, that's when you listen to yourself, that is when you can understand why you're acting like that, to then know that is not me, that is just my impulse, or that is just my intrusive thought, or that is something that's outside of my normal character. And that is normal. When people are sleep deprived, they can't think logically. They can't be the normal cognitive rationale that they usually are. So they just meander, their thoughts go left and right. That's just how the body is. And I want you to know that's normal as well. Because when you realize that no one else is there to save you, when you realize that the person that you thought that would always be there for you, they're also struggling, you can try to be there for them, but you also have to be there for yourself. And when you recognize that you must be there for you, that is when you finally show up for yourself. That is when you finally take care of yourself. And that is when you can be there. That is when you can finally be that shoulder that you've been needing to cry on. And if that person isn't there for you and they're struggling, that's okay. Because we all have our internal battles. We all have our own struggles. And we all are dealing with something that only you know. And sometimes when that comes up, and sometimes when that is more to the surface, it feels like a lot, and it feels like a burden, and it feels very heavy. And when you don't have that person to support you, what are you going to do? How are you going to react? And that question is for you and I to answer. Because it's hard when you see that your support system is not there anymore. And you realize they are going on their own path and their own journey. And that when they are struggling, you know that they can't show up for you. But when you know you're struggling, you know you can't show up fully for them. And it's hard. And it sometimes feels like you want to throw it all away for something just easier and quicker. But is that what you rationally want? Or is that just the easy way out? So I want to leave you with this. Yes, life could be a lot easier if you could make irrational decisions on a whim and have no repercussions. That's not reality. Reality is when you can take yourself out of your situation, realize what you're doing, and the irrational thoughts and actions that you might want to take. Don't. Because they aren't you. Not all your thoughts, not all your feelings are you. They're just the irrational part of you. So don't give up on yourself. Keep having faith within yourself that you are able to support yourself with and without help. Because sometimes that person that you rely heavily on might not be there, and that's okay. Just know that you can always turn back to yourself for that support because you are strong enough. Food for thought.